What is up, guys? Cedar B here, coming at you with yet another war recap. We got a good one for you today. We went up against Reddit Ace, as you can see. Came out with victory. It was a really close war. And had a clutch 3-star, obviously, towards the end of the war. And really sealed the deal. And by the time I had signed on again, Reddit's attacks had been used, and it was in the bag. So good war to them. Had a lot of fun, and this was for going to the finals, I believe. I made sure to ask, and it's the finals for MLCW MWL. So I'm super stoked for that. I'm really looking forward to it. We went up against Perfect Wars, who is looks like they're going to the finals as well, and we came out with a victory on them by 2 stars, I believe. So hopefully we can replicate that. With that being said, let's get out to 6-pack shoutouts, or 6-pack shoutout. This war we had Maddie coming in with the 6-pack, so good job to you, Maddie. Awesome war. And let's get started. Who do we got? We're going to start pretty much just at the bottom. And we're talking about Maddie. We're going to start with Maddie. So Maddie is coming in with a Archer Queen Walk Hog. He starts his Archer Queen up there, what is that, 10:30 or so. Giant and Wizard up top. He wanted to get that army camp down if possible, but the cannon and the Archer Tower took it out before he was able to. That's okay, though. As you can see, his walk is going in the right direction. Drops the baby dragon along with another wizard down south of the queen, and this is to cut the walk funnel. He wants his Archer Queen to go into the base at that point, so clearly that's why he decided to bring the baby dragon and the wizard and get that cut. So he comes in with 2 rages on this, has to burn one of them for the king, and obviously is dealing with the clan castle right now. He'll be able to get into the base. He'll have to burn that other rage before too long, and once he does that, he'll be sitting in pretty good shape. Ends up having to pop the ability on the Archer Queen, but he has a quarter of the base taken out, and he's coming in now with his with a Kiwi down south at 7 o'clock, and that's just going to ensure that the queen, he wants the queen to stay inside the base, I believe, is the main intention with what he's doing. And he's going to do a pretty good job with that, and obviously that compartment being down, it leaves nowhere else for the Archer Queen to go. While all that's going on, he deployed his hogs coming in from 12 o'clock, has a mess of them coming through, and has one last heal for them and ends up dropping it there. Has a little bit of the base left to take out, so we'll see how he deals with this now that he has no heals. So regardless, he'll be able to get that 3-star. Just an awesome display of he's just we've just got some hog masters in this clan. A lot of tips and tricks that are used that, you know, could be a lot of coverage out of. So more and more to come in more videos. I'll go ahead and get through this cleanup. Good job, Maddie. And we will move on to the next, which is Lupe the Mag, and he's been coming in with some hot attacks lately, and coming in with the Grundy. I don't think too many other people running this in our clan. I'm sure there's a few others that know how to attack with it and might not run it that much, but every now and then he'll come in with this attack, and this time he just crushed it with it. So pretty standard from what I know. He's dropped the baby dragons off on the at 3 o'clock and 12 o'clock, cut that funnel. As usual, P.E.K.K.A. was down, along with 2 healers, Archer Queen on the other side with 4 healers, and those last breadcrumbs are just going to take those Valks and Bowlers and the King and the Queen and the new... Oh, he doesn't have the level 4 P.E.K.K.A. yet, but I'm sure he's going to get that pretty soon. Clan Castle is being dealt with, and he's just gonna mow through this base. He's got one more rage, and he pretty much just knifes the entire base, and it's good because it gets a lot of the DPS taken down very quickly. But as you can see, it leaves somewhat of a U left in the base, and hopefully there's enough time after you get that far, at least in this scenario with this base, to have enough time for the cleanup to get around. And we'll see how he manages that. Still has both hero abilities. Might have to pop that queen here in a second. Ends up being able to hold on to it. But that Tesla is going to give him some trouble, along with that mortar. And that Tesla almost went down. But he's going to have to pop that ability. Ooh, that's right. He did miss the ability. So even missing the ability, he was able to pull this off. And actually, yep, that's right. The P.E.K.K.A. and the Valk end up taking out that right side, and the King ends up coming up this other side. These attacks are always so interesting to watch. How the pathing ends up working out most of the time, not in my favor, but in this time, Lupe was able to pull it off pretty nicely. So I'll go ahead and get through the rest of this. Good job, Lupe. And next, we're just gonna start from the bottom and go to the top. Messiah. This is a cleanup that he did for me. Well, not for me, but ended up doing the cleanup, and he made really good adjustments to. I mean, he didn't use the same attack. I tried to come in with Go Boho with a P.E.K.K.A., one of the new P.E.K.K.As, and ended up dropping the jump way too far in. Golems got shredded before I got in, hit Teslas, blah, blah, blah. So, and I came in at 6, and he ended up coming up a little bit under 3 o'clock, and as you can see, just kind of worked in, decided he can jump into there, get that Expo, get the Clan Castle, and get that enemy Archer Queen. And that enemy Archer Queen actually did come out pretty far. So makes it easy to get that taken out, and he just starts coming in with his hogs right here. Super heavy, all of them coming in. CC hogs coming in last, and until he gets to that wizard tower, he held on to that first heal pretty decent amount of time, but that was okay. He was not dealing with too much splash damage, so that was okay to hang on to that for more value later. And as you can see, right there is the reason why he was able to do that. He knew that his hogs, he had enough hogs, and they were obviously healed. They or pretty much just fresh because they were just deployed. Soak up that damage, let the troops take their hit points, use them for what they're worth, just like, Lava Hounds or Golems. You want them to get their use out of their hit points. Last thing we want is a Golem beaten on a wall, and, that one Golem can make or break you. So using those hit points like he did in this scenario paid out, immensely, because having that last heal getting through that Tesla farm was just clutch. We all know that it can go pretty south somehow getting through a Tesla farm with hogs, at least in my experiences. So good job, Mess, cleaning up my mess. So awesome. Next we have Jimmy, or which one is it? There we go, number 12. And he's coming in with Goho. A Goho, sorry, excuse me. And let's see, I think he comes in here at 3 o'clock. Yep. Golem goes down, Archer Tower gets tanked for, able to drop those wizards behind it. Lets them get some damage, starts working in towards that mortar. Second golem goes down. Tesla pops. King is drawn over there, so a lot of damage going to be taken on that golem. So he drops some wizards behind there, get through those storages as quickly as possible. King reroutes, starts beating on the other king. That golem does pop, however, but the other golem still has about a third of its health. Able to get the wall break, and notice on the jump spell, he specifically, put it straight for that expo compartment. Clearly, he wants to get the value out of that, doesn't want his troops wrapping or going any other direction than straight for that. And actually did end up catching the corner on that, but I thought I didn't end up catching that when I had watched it. But as you can see, got a lot of value with it. A quarter of the base was taken care of. Hogs start coming in towards the top, and he's just going to be patient, let them work in, drop those heals. He's got one more, and he does have his skeleton spell in the bag, so didn't end up having to use it on the queen, which is a good thing. And towards the end of the attack, it does end up being pretty beneficial to him, hanging on to it this late in the raid. Last heal was burned, has a wizard tower to get through. They'll be under heal though, but we do have that nasty Tesla farm, so Hogs end up working over there. They're taking a lot of they're taking a big beating there. Missed that spring trap, thankfully. Hit a big bomb. Hit another one. Damn near all their health is gone. But that skeleton spell being dropped on that cannon giving it some distraction, definitely saved probably 4 or 5 of his hogs based on how much health they have right now. So good call on saving it that late and using it there, Jimmy. And has a swag loon. Gonna use it for cleanup. And that's a very good thing if you don't use hogs much for fresh attacks. Always good to bring at least one loon. Just for that troll Tesla. Some people might put up 2, 3, but in that scenario, if you're not able to get it done, somebody with a cleanup should be. So good job, Jimmy. Great attack. And now I think yeah, that was it. Now we're gonna get up to Town Hall 10, where we have Havu taking on Buzz. Coming in with an Archer Queen walk, go boho, cold-blooded go boho. I love using this attack at Town Hall 9. I haven't pulled it out of the bag in a while. It's been a little bit, not forever though. And this attack is just, number one, it's fun, but it's powerful as well. And as you can see, Havu coming in. Started his queen at 6, along with some wizards prior to that, cleaning out some of the initial garbage. But pretty much just used that queen to start cutting that funnel so those bowlers don't wrap. Had an easier time cutting a funnel up at 3 o'clock, so using that Archer Queen down there and having her work in with the kill squad, you didn't have to use any rages or any spells on her to keep her alive. She served her benefit, was able to get through there, and that transition of the healers to the kill squad is going to play a big role in this right now. As you can see, about 50% of the base is done. Clan Castle was dealt with. And obviously Town Hall 10, he's encountering a lot of DPS and has a lot of hit points to get through as well. Luckily, the Inferno is on single. Can't really keep up with those hogs, but his hogs have dwindled down pretty good right now, and his queen is still up. Ability is popped, but she's going to go down pretty darn quickly just to these 2 archer towers, and then the mortar is going to end up taking her out, which is just crazy to me, but that's how it happened. But had that not happened, those healers might have not jumped onto those hogs, which in this case was a good thing, because he's going to get a nice split here. That hog is going to be able to take it out, and quite a bit of cleanup to do, but it was able to pull it off very nicely. So good, very good attack, Havu. Very nice. And now we can go ahead and get into Town Hall 11. There was only 2 Town Hall 11s in this war. As you saw previously, one of them is 3-starred, the other one is not. However, I do have 2 attacks for you. Looking at number 1, Alexander, I had watched that attack when he did the fresh 3. You know, I come back up here, take a look at it, and it's who's your daddy? Come up with a 3-star. I was like, what the hell? So I had to take a double look at the team, and Who's Your Daddy and Alexander ended up crushing it. So what I think we'll do, I want to cover both, just because having one Town Hall 11 being 3-starred with a ground and an air attack, and we'll go ahead and get it started with Who's Your Daddy. He's coming in with a quad quake. I don't know how common that is at Town Hall 11. I don't believe I've seen it in quite a while. However, he's coming in with ground. Alexander is going to be coming in with air, so we'll see that shortly. Comes in, bowlers, witches, healers down, drops a loon, as you can see, and that's just a test for any seeking air mines. Wants to get those out of the way, doesn't want that high of possibility, at least in this general phase of the attack, of those healers being taken down. You know, this first part is pretty crucial, and as you can see, it is going very, very well. The flanking troops, bowlers and witches going down the end with the healers, are thriving, very alive and strong right now. That kill squad is just absolutely crushing it. Only has used the barbarian, well, I used the barbarian king and the warden ability, and he's, you know, through the core of the base at this point, and this is just, good night. So it's just so powerful, just smooth. It went very quickly. Still has that Archer Queen ability, and those defenses are just slowly going down one by one. Once he gets through this wall, he'll be able to get the rest of this base taken out. So, awesome attack. Who's Your Daddy? WYD. And we can go ahead and fast forward through this. Pop the Archer Queen ability. Get through that wall. Maybe, maybe not. Decides to swag the Archer Queen ability. Alright. And now we're going to take a look at the fresh 3 from Alexander. And he's coming in with the Sui Hero Lalo. And he's just very, very nice, very, very skilled. Coming in, what his main goal right now is, he wants to get hopefully both of those air defenses up here between 10:30 and 11:30 or so, and get that portion of the base taken out. Had to pop the king ability. Everything's wrapping around at this point. Queen's going to take out that air defense, so cha-ching, he's gotten 2 air defenses out of the way, and he's coming in with 4 lava hounds. So Expo goes down. Queen is going to start beating on a wall as usual. Has a few barbs going up along with a few archers, but they'll be taken out before too long. And he just deploys his Lalo portion. And as you can see, he came in from, well, you might not be able to see the hounds now, but coming in from 9 o'clock, I believe, where this cluster of balloons is right here on that archer tower. And then with this hound coming in at 6 o'clock, attacking from 3 locations. And all those locations are now being surrounded by balloons. All those traps, everything is soaked up. I didn't count how many went off, but I know it was a lot. So he has 2 haste left, a heal, 3 balloons, and his warden ability. So we'll see how he uses that. And unfortunately, his warden goes down, so he wasn't able to use it. Last spells go down. Heal in a haste. Wanted to get that last air defense down as quickly as possible. And last 3 balloons are deployed up at that north location. And now he just has to deal with cleanup. So absolutely crushed it in this one. Still has some clan castle troops up. Still has some clan castle troops up defensively, but not going to play a big factor right now, clearly. So we'll go ahead and get through this cleanup. And like I said, guys, this was a fun war. You know, having fun with it, and you know, I'm really excited, and I think the rest of the clan is too, going to the finals. So let's see what we can do, guys, and let's pull it together and finish this strong. So until next time, Cedarby out.